He's a noodle arm bust.
Sorry?
I hope you're right.
I can't hear what you said. Oh. Do it.
Thank you very much for joining me. How you been? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Steve Renazizi. I'm the guy. I'm the guy. Fucking lit. I'm the guy. I'm Steve Renazizi. Lit. I'm the guy. I'm the guy. Fucking lit. I'm the guy. I'm Steve Renazizi. What's the odds? 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 What's
So much Game of Thrones.
You're just watching all of them?
Non-stop.
I told you what I'm doing.
What's the odds, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the podcast. What's the odds we're all going to live another week? Who knows? But we're here today, March 11th, Wednesday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time in the All Things Comedy Studio. I'm joined by my buddy, Brenton Biddlecombe.
Hello.
And, of course, Lucas Hurl over there.
Yes.
And Aaron is on the ones and twos today for us. Is out, but we are here, and it's remarkable that we're here. Brenton told us about 25 seconds ago that he's sick. Which we found out because I was on a show with him last night, and he didn't come because he was sick. And so he told us because the audience last night didn't deserve to get sick, he didn't come. But today he just shows up, and
Steve,
he's in a meeting when I show up.
We're in a closed room. It's fine.
We're in a contained environment. We're just going to share air.
Microphones
Yeah.
that we share.
You want
It's
to just
fine.
tongue kiss?
I'm yelling at you.
Do you want to,
And it's just a
you're
cold.
in the middle
no
of meetings
fever.
with
It was
other
a cold.
comedians.
It was a cold.
Other comedians are over there getting it. By the way, if one comedian gets coronavirus, we're all
we share the mic.
Within an hour and a half, every comedian will have it because we've all basically tongue kissed in the last year and a half.
But are you really scared of it?
No, I'm not. Again. I mean, we touched on it last week, but it's gotten even worse this week.
Yeah. People are paranoid over nothing.
That is a lot of
you're
people's
elderly.
opinion. Unless you're old, and then you're going to die.
Watch the Dr. Drew video. Any doctor or medical expert is saying this isn't a big deal. The media is blowing it out of proportion. Everyone's fine. Just relax. Stop buying all the toilet paper.
There was a 100-year-old Chinese man who recovered from coronavirus
There
2
you
days
go.
ago.
You cannot. Okay, let's just be very clear about something here. Okay, this is the backdrop of this podcast is gambling. Health-wise, would you take a 100-year-old Chinese man or a 72-year-old Wisconsin man?
Oh, the Chinaman.
Chinaman. And for
Of
sure.
course.
For
Don't even
sure.
care the odds.
Whose immune
The guy
system's
from
going to hold
China,
up?
He's living to 200 at
Yes.
least.
This coronavirus just extended his life another 15 years.
Yeah,
it's like a brand new battery.
Yeah, Wisconsin people age in dog years.
Yeah.
Now, if cheese is the fucking antidote, then I'm taking the fucking Wisconsin guy.
I saw one story. It said meth was.
Yeah, but from what I've read, cheese is not going to be helpful in this
No.
situation. So again, I don't think we can compare a 100-year-old Chinese man to what is going to ravage nursing homes across America.
But that being said, I had a cold. It started on Friday. I stayed away from work for a few days. I'm good now. This is me recovered.
I've been saying on stage, and you guys have been with me. You've performed me in the last month. I'm 42 years old, and I just developed allergies. Now, I think I've developed allergies in the last 6 months. It could be some sort of disease that I have, or flu, or whatever it is.
No, I think your body resets like every 7 years is what it is. And you can actually develop different allergies, and then your body resets, and then you have, you don't have those allergies anymore, and then you do, and then you don't. It's just how your body reacts to the environment that it's in over time.
I know. I want to be so positive with you right now, but just the way you said, like, your body resets.
Your body resets.
I don't believe you. I don't believe what you're saying.
Why don't you believe what I'm saying?
Because it just doesn't seem like you know what you're talking about. But I mean, look,
Of course I don't know what I'm talking about,
resets.
but it sounds
I'm just saying,
right.
I think
Look
you
it up.
develop other things as you get older, but I don't think your body
No, your body resets
Yeah,
your allergies.
Just the way you said it, maybe.
Every 7 years,
Oh, what?
all your cells turn over.
Oh, exactly what I just said is what the fact is?
Your cells?
Exactly what I just said?
Where'd you find
every
that?
cell-
Exactly what I just said, Steve?
Every 7 years, your cells what?
Yeah.
So I'm a new person, a new version of me every 7 years.
Yeah, and apparently this 7 years is a shittier version.
Where am I right now in my 7-year cycle? I'm 42, so that's an even 7 years. I
Yeah.
should be busting into a new me in next year, right?
Yeah, get that skin off, put on the new skin.
Yeah,
These last 7 years have been hell on earth, bro.
it tells you what cells live the longest too.
Which cells?
Sperm cells live the shortest. They have
Oh no, the short. That's good.
they have a span
Mine
of
are
3
dead
days.
anyway. I got the vasectomy, so
Yeah.
mine I killed on my own.
But brain cells typically last an entire lifetime.
Well,
Typically.
we're not. Again, we're.
Stress typically.
What if someone has caused their own CTE? Look, again, I'm not worried for myself. I'm not worried for even my family. I just know that I'm out there. I'm not changing. I'm performing. I was in Phoenix this weekend. I did shows. We've all been to that stand-up live down there. It's fucking massive.
Yeah.
Packed.
Yeah.
Friday, packed. Saturday, both shows. Sunday was pretty busy. Our friends from the ATC Comedy Festival came down, who I had a very intimate moment with during the Punch Drunk podcast where I had to pay off a bet.
Yeah.
And a three-way tongue kiss, which was way before coronavirus. But let me tell you something. If it was around, we all got it.
Yeah.
And those guys came back to the show. We
Lovely
all hugged
reunion.
and kissed. I did meet and greets with people after. I just did what they did. I really went in with the fist bump, but, would have shaken hands or I hugged people. What am I going to do? What am I going to do?
You're fine.
I mean, I
Just
guess
wash
I
your
could not
hands.
do it, but,
The best part about this whole thing is people are washing their hands for the first time in their lives.
Hopefully.
Most of them are.
Yeah.
All
Probably.
these just gross animals that don't. You should wash your hands even if
there's a
not just after
there's
the
a
bathroom or before you eat. You should just wash your hands.
There's a Purell dispenser every 10 feet at the Comedy Store now.
is it really?
Yeah.
And they're filled with
Just
cum.
like attached to random walls.
They're probably filled with cum.
Yeah, it's
They're
not
probably
real
filled
soap.
with
That's a good prank.
coronavirus. I saw them. I go, these can't be real. First of all, they put them right at a shoulder height, typical Comedy Store, so that when you're standing there talking, you lean on it and you get juice, you get fucking squirted. You're like, fucking A, dude. All of them. You get expensive outfits at this Comedy Store now.
It's black. It blends in with the walls.
Also, I don't want to say anything, but I couldn't park in the lot last night because someone's car couldn't get blocked in. I'm not going to say who, but just saying. Pain in my ass. I had to park next door. I'm like, what do we have to fucking put
an
a
idea.
runway out for this fucking thing now?
I have an idea.
A runway?
Is Mitzi back?
Please. You would think. Anyway, last night was the Brody Stevens Festival of Friendship, and it was a good show. We thank anyone that came out to the show. Again, no one was afraid of coronavirus. Yeah, people had a great time. The
Just
store
take
was
your apple
packed.
cider vinegar and you're good.
Or vitamin C or whatever it is, or your Chinese herbs, or they're canceling everything now. I wanted to see, as of on the way in here, tomorrow the Golden State Warriors and Brooklyn Nets game will be played with no fans in San Francisco.
Yeah.
The Mariners are already moved their opening day, or they're trying to move opening day out of Seattle. Seattle's fucked, basically, is what's gone on. So that's where it is right now, mostly, and so they're trying to get everything out of there. And the Mariners have had to move things. The Ivy League basketball, Division I basketball, I don't know, league
Tournament?
is canceled. They canceled that. They just go, look, whoever won the fucking regular season, that's it. And,
Those students go wild too, I'm sure. Those Harvard.
Yeah.
there's like 5 schools that were like, oh, shit, we didn't even know this thing was coming up. St. Patrick's Day Parade in New York canceled this morning. Yep. Yeah. I mean, in the last week since we've done the show, a lot of shit got canceled. We really didn't think, South by Southwest. Now, what are you going to do? You got to move your shit around to October.
Right.
Isn't your wedding in October now? Now you have
Coachella got
Coachella?
moved to October, but we weren't going to Coachella this year anyway.
Oh, you weren't? Okay.
No.
Here's my question.
Because of coronavirus?
No,
Oh.
because of lineup virus.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Why?
we've outgrown Coachella's lineup. It's all just like
But you've gone like 10 years in a row, right?
6 years in a row. But
6
now
years?
there's no rock anymore other than Rage Against the Machine. It's all just like young rappers and pop and EDM, and we don't like any of that shit. So
Oh, okay.
It used
so you
to
got
be,
too old for Coachella.
It used to be way more like genres of music, and now it's basically just 3.
Question, though. Delaying it to October, this is still going to be a thing in October.
Who the fuck knows, bro? We
It's
might
gonna
not
die
be a
down
thing in
a month.
October.
It's going to die down in a month.
We might not be a thing in October, but the three of us should figure out how we're going to do this show if this thing hits mass.
From
and we
a
have
bunker.
to come. Yeah, we got to do a
Yeah.
bunker. Brenton, you got to start using some of that $1 billion you won.
Yeah.
Buy some
Start
toilet
getting
paper.
that bunker. There is no toilet paper to buy.
Oh, it's all gone?
Yeah, I want to. We pulled some of these videos of these fucking lunatics buying shit this week, and Australia seems to have. I don't know. I got an Australian accent there for a second. They've lost it now. I
Yeah.
think they are now where Italy was, where they've shut down basically the borders, everything, and you're fucked if you don't have toilet paper, you don't have sanitizer, whatever it is, because you're not going to get it now. There's full blown fights. I mean, poor Australia.
Yeah,
I mean, have they not been through enough in the last 3 months? I mean, think about their last 6 months. The fires, the coronavirus, and the Bachelor showing up at their fucking and ruining their fucking name. And I don't know which is worse. I don't know what was worse. The 100 million koalas that burned alive, the virus that's ripping through the elderly sections of Australia, or the fact that Americans ruined love in a beautiful country.
Pretty sure Australia has their own version of The Bachelor.
No, I think it's Barb. I think she's the worst of the three.
Barb, Peter's mom.
Barb, yeah.
Peter's mom, basically will ruin the tourism to Australia. No one's gonna. You can't find love in Australia. If Peter and Hannah Ann could not find love in Australia, well then we won't. Cancel the trip, Phil. There it goes. All the tourism down the drain. And now you're fucked. Now who's going to put the shrimp on the Barbie?
His family sucks, by the way.
We'll get into it. Don't. Jesus, man. The slow roll.
But it is wild to see people treating toilet paper like a Tickle Me Elmo.
What happened there? I saw these videos this morning and I go, well, now we should get a list of or some videos together to see who in the coronavirus epidemic, if it got bad, who is the baddest person that you want on your team. And I think it's Australians for sure.
Yeah.
Because
They're going crazy.
The women in Australia, forget the men. I can't even imagine when the gas starts to run out what the gas stations are going to be like. But the women going for toilet paper and essentials in the grocery store are killing each other. Mm-hmm. And we get to all enjoy it via the internet. Do we have any of the...
I don't know if that's the right word.
I mean, just hearing them scream at each other. Look, we did, and this is no shame on Australia, okay? This is a pandemic we're talking about. We did this shit for chicken sandwiches. So, trust me, we're no better. We're way worse than you. We did this shit over a brand new chicken sandwich. And there were hundreds of these. We can only find 2 or 3, but this one's pretty good. I mean, this is. You would think that these women were all about to shit their pants in the aisle where they were standing. How badly they went after this toilet paper. We got the sound. Jesus.
So it's a
Christ.
3-way fight?
Well, hopefully we can get a little sound to get some context on this fucking thing.
Just
now, is that
pretend,
lady breaking them up? That lady in the middle might be breaking them up. For those of you listening, we'll get it to you in a second. For those of you watching, you can see it.
It looks like they're in the snack aisle.
Okay.
you look-
Wow. None of them are slight women, so yes, of course they're in the snack aisle. Let's back that thing up.
Diagnosed with the virus.
Okay.
Hysteria and hoarding. The
Hoarding.
panic infection rate reaches pandemic proportions in Chilora. Irrational fears flared this morning in this Woolworths as accusations of assault let fly.
Accusations?
By the way.
I would say,
This is a great way to spread the virus.
I mean,
Yeah.
if
Excuse me? Go away from my daughter.
Kudos to the person filming all this.
I just want one pack. No, not one pack.
The mayhem representing a quantum leap and the anxiety levels sweeping the country.
I need everyone to back off right now. No.
This guy's taking. He's confiscating the toilet paper now. Now no one gets the toilet paper.
You need to get off this trolley now.
Look what you're doing.
Trolley.
Think about what you're doing, yeah? You need to
Adrian.
Stop, right? There's a
Adrian.
in this people, yeah? It's unfair. You need to stop.
Call the police.
I'm calling the police.
Bankstown police now investigating.
It's not the Thunderdome.
Like many Australians, I was disturbed.
Way to put it in context. It's not the Thunderdome.
In a supermarket over access to items in the wake of the coronavirus.
It's no Mad Max.
This is a time for people to remain calm.
It comes as the number of cases around the country continues to rise. In Victoria, Missy Higgins' dad is tonight in self-isolation after testing positive to coronavirus. The GP treated 70 patients.
Feels more like a
and
Flight of the
2
Conchords
nursing
episode.
home
All right, cut this
residents,
fucking thing off
forcing
now.
health
Let me tell you something right now.
lockdown.
If you are in a grocery store with 30 packages of toilet paper and that woman comes over and says, I want one, you got to give her a goddamn package of toilet paper. Could you imagine? Can you picture it when it's the money? When it's the banks running out? What are people going to be doing then, man? What are people going to be doing then? And that's why we need to, number one, we need to liquidate Brenton ASAP.
Mm-hmm.
You know what that means, Brenton?
No.
It means we got to get all your money cash.
Oh, I have all my money.
No. Out of the bank.
Yeah.
All of it. We need it cash.
Yeah, it's under the mattress.
Great. Perfect.
It isn't really. Please do not come over to my house.
No, it's definitely under the mattress, and which is good because we're
in a
going to
bank.
need it. It's for payoff money, and I'm not talking. We're not. That's not living money. That's to get us out of the country. Okay, to wherever we have to go.
Where are we going, Steve?
Well, we got to do the podcast every week, so we got to build the bunker, and then if shit goes bad, we got to pay the warlords or whoever it is to get us out.
Iceland.
The good thing is that Brenton's slight stature, he can just rip that mattress out while he's still in it, and like a magician taking the tablecloth off.
Aaron, it's so funny you thought that. I was going to say we only had to pay half for him.
Oh,
but as a we pay a child's fee to the what do they call the mules that get us out, or what do they call those guys that get you over?
Coyotes?
Coyotes, over the border. So we pay child's fee for Brenton, but you're saying we could just get that money away from him.
We ripped that mattress right up.
So you're just saying we're already have left Brenton for dead. With
No. I'm still on the podcast.
No.
Yeah.
If we have your money now,
people tune in to see me. They're going to be like, "Where's Brenton?" Every week. Where's Brenton?
Yeah, we need his statistical mind.
Oh God, that's pushing it, dude. Can we cut his head off and just bring the head with us? Listen, it's going to get bad before it gets better. What else are they going to cancel? Are they going to cancel? I mean, if you have full conferences canceling tournaments now, which is granted, it's just the fucking Ivy
March
League.
Madness is definitely in doubt.
Now, there has to be some sort of March Madness scenario, either first weekend or second weekend, somewhere in the Northwest, right? There's no way they don't have a tournament weekend,
for sure,
either in the Seattle, Portland, up there area, right? It has to be. I don't know. I'm not an idiot.
Yeah.
But I would assume there would be. So
just move it.
You can't. Well, you move it. Where it's not. You have almost all venues being taken around. You know what I'm saying? Like around there. And
well,
stuff.
the other thing is
it's hard to just shift that whole thing.
Yeah, and you'll have teams from the Northwest that will be traveling.
Yep, coming out. So it's like now they're bringing it everywhere else.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a matter of hours, I believe, before the NCAA says we can't have. And that's them. That's basically not the death sentence for them, because they're still going to broadcast. They'll still play the games.
Right.
But there'll be a vast difference in the competitive nature of it, and then also just the way the tournaments looked.
Yeah.
It's like if there's no fans there, what does it look like
You're
after the
losing
games?
a lot of energy.
How do you gamble on that?
I don't know. Look, how does it affect the line? I mean, does it affect the lines? Is there a?
I think
you
it
were
does.
saying before,
I honestly
if you
think it
play a
does.
game at home, if you're the Golden State Warriors and you play tomorrow against do you have a home court advantage?
I mean, this year they don't really have a home court advantage anyway.
No, but I'm saying, like, do you have any team playing any other team, or is it just two teams practicing in a gym?
Just two teams practicing in a gym. It's a scrimmage.
Yeah. So there goes a. I don't know. I mean. I don't know how much
here's a question.
Odds makers put home court in, but I mean, I'm sure in certain scenarios it's a big fucking.
Do they still bring in the organ player? Do they still have all the sound effects going on while they're
not cool, dude? Because those guys lose their jobs.
Yeah.
Those guys, yeah.
But the
play
Oregon
the
player,
defense sound and
he's
there's no one
quarantined
chanting.
anyway. They'll still have. Well, I mean, they'll have press. They'll still have.
They'll have some press and stuff, but like no hot dog guys, none of those fucking people, the ticket people, none of those, the parking lot people. I mean, look, I don't feel bad for billionaires losing money.
No.
But, I just hope that like that when you see the economy and shit like that, that's how it all gets trickled down, because hundreds of thousands of people are not going to be traveling to go see their favorite basketball team play now.
Yeah.
And that's how it's going to be. But I'm still going to fucking Buffalo next weekend if you're around. I'm going to Buffalo.
Get those wings.
Helium Comedy Club, not this weekend, next weekend. I'm taking this weekend off to get the Corona, and then I'm going to bring it to Buffalo next weekend.
Sidebar, I'm glad I went to Vegas when I did. They've canceled, MGM canceled all their buffets. No more buffets while it's going on.
Oh, no.
Yeah, the buffets are canceled.
Not cool.
Yeah. So when you go for the draft, I don't know if you'll be able to
There's
enjoy
not going to
the
be a
buffet.
draft. They're not going to have a million people in downtown
Dude,
Vegas.
they're canceling conferences in Vegas in April already.
Yeah.
Already.
Ooh.
So, great time to fly.
Yep.
What about the golf tournaments are going to be, they're still going on this weekend. The Players is going on.
But I think that's a sport that naturally kind of, like, watching that without a crowd would be a little bit more natural.
Yeah.
Until like maybe the 16th hole when like, somebody hits a crucial putt and then you have the, big eruption. That will be weird.
Tiger Woods Phil Mickelson match last year was there was no audience. There was no like crowd. They didn't have like a paid crowd. They had like 11, the Illuminati people and some Vegas fucking high rollers standing around. So you'd hear like a big thing happen and you hear like 10 like woo, that kind of thing. So, but to them, it really wouldn't make a difference. I don't think. I think it would probably, it would help in the sense of being like no one really has an advantage then. Not that Tiger Woods is in this weekend, but
yeah, he may
you
not.
could hear the roar from 2-3 fucking fairways over from the shit he's doing, and you're in the lead. You're like, oh god, without that, that's a difference. So, the Olympics. Are they? I mean, they got it. They're gonna move, right?
I would think.
It
would take a
August,
time.
right?
Yeah.
Or last weekend of August, first week of September, I believe they start. I mean, that's the end of the summer, so you're thinking.
One option is to postpone it.
Apparently, I found out this week you can't postpone the Olympics past the actual year.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know why. I guess fucking Zeus comes back from the dead or something like that.
Fucks up the training and the sequence and
my
preparing and
God.
everything. And
please.
Can you imagine
like even
training
numbers.
all this for a virus to knock out like all these athletes? Like that, a lot of people work day jobs and train in their off time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think they have to have it. It'd be inconceivable not to.
But they're not going to have it if they're going to lose a ton of money.
Well, they're not going to have it if no one's going to go, if no one's going to participate. They didn't send guys. Do you remember in the Brazil Olympics? Was it 4 years ago or whatever it was? 8.
Yeah.
I don't know. Mm-hmm. They had that Zika thing going on where the bug. Like, so if you were pregnant or you were going to get pregnant, you couldn't go down there because if you got bit, you'd have a baby with a Beetlejuice head. Like a tiny little head, like yours, Brenton. So a lot of people didn't go down, not because like they were like a lot of golfers didn't go. Like I remember, like I think Dustin Johnson didn't go because he made the Olympic team, but he didn't go because him and his wife were trying to get pregnant. So even if he got bit and then he got her pregnant, the baby would have a Beetlejuice head. And you can't have an elite. You can't have Wayne Gretzky's grandson with a Beetlejuice head, Brenton.
One, I think it's going to blow over. And two, Japan is probably on the whole a cleaner country than Brazil. I mean, they were showing footage of like their toilet was just running down the street.
Japan has done a fantastic job of being like, well, they're different. They're like, no one's going out. We're shutting down schools.
Yeah.
But then I saw the HBO Real Sports on how they haven't cleaned up from the fucking nuclear disaster. And they just put a fucking, a little whipped cream on top of a shit. I'm being serious, dude. There's a whole Real Sports. If you get it on HBO Real Sports, I don't know if it was January or February. They're
a sponsor.
fully sponsored by Brian Gumbel and Real Sports.
Thank you,
Look, I got
Brian.
my legal pad just because I want to be like Brian Gumbel. Every time Brenton says something, I go, what?
Yeah, every 7 years, your body resets.
Don't. You're right once every 7 years, and now you got to hammer that point home.
$1 million.
Anyway, I think that we're going to see. Where was I? You know what, Brenton?
You're talking
keep
about
mentioning
Japan
this
not
goddamn-
cleaning up the whipped cream
Olympics.
on the nuclear
the Olympics.
bombs.
Oh, because they had the nuclear disaster, and you know they should have quarantined off and made it no more. You can't go there anymore. That's what they should have done. That's what the whole piece was saying. But instead, they're letting people go back there now because it's beautiful. It's like the area that they should have quarantined off is like San Francisco, like beautiful coast area, you know, like the you know, like Big Sur. And so they're like, no, you could go back there. It's cool. Because, you know, everyone sees Chernobyl. Nobody wants to go back to, who wants to go back to the middle of the goddamn cold fucking Russia? But this is beautiful, you know, beachside front property. And they want to go back.
But are people like getting sick and...
We'll find out.
Yeah,
we'll see. Who knows?
Couldn't a little nuclear radiation really spice up certain events?
I mean, to clean your teeth? I'm sure no one has any dental problems there. You're not getting cavities. No. I'll tell you that. You're not going to get cavities in that fucking area. All right?
And land's probably pretty cheap.
You'll grow teeth on your tumors. Your tumors will have their own set of teeth. But they'll be fucking healthy as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Olympics goes. I think the both conventions, because you got fucking political conventions happening. I think one happens in June and one happens in August, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're a month apart or something like that.
Let's see where they're
DNC's in Milwaukee.
Okay.
I know that.
No one's cleaning up Milwaukee in the next 3 months. Am I right about that? You're from the Midwest, Aaron.
Originally, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they're not cleaning up Milwaukee. No one's on it right now going, hey, maybe we should get in front of this thing, right?
I don't think they're probably not. They're not really worried.
They're not worried about it
My
yet.
family and I was not worried at all.
Exactly.
My dad's a doctor. He's
Until
like,
3 weeks before the convention, they go, oh shit, we should probably start cleaning this thing up.
Yeah.
Well, let's cancel it.
and the Republican convention's in Charlotte.
Definitely not cleaning up Charlotte. No way. Not a chance.
A lot of planes go through
They
Charlotte.
can't even figure out who the quarterback is there yet. You think they're going to clean that city up? You think in the middle of August during training camp, they're going to be worried about cleaning up their city for the fucking Republican National Convention? No.
What if the cure to coronavirus was Miller High Life?
Then Wisconsin would be immune forever.
Yeah, right?
Corona beer would be... Wouldn't it be great if it was... The only justification would be as if it was Corona beer. And that would be the only way you'd come back from it. Having Corona beer be the only thing you could drink to kill the coronavirus. But if it was Miller High Life... I know my dad, grandpa, would be super happy. He would be fucking psyched.
The champagne of beers?
Yeah. Dude, when's the last time you had a Miller High Life? In that
about 2
beautiful,
years.
beautiful bottle.
Yeah. When they're nice and cold.
And I don't want them out of, I want them out of a cooler. I don't want them out of a refrigerator. I want them out of a cooler. I want them out of a bucket, and I want Andy Dufresne to hand me one. Well, we're tarring a roof.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Oh, you know what though? Here. Oh, by the way, what's a live event that did not get canceled in the midst of everything going on? What was one live event that happened very, very recently, within the last 24 hours, that no one seemed to mention the coronavirus, talk about it, seem nervous?
The Bachelor live season
Thank
finale.
you very much.
Oh,
Ding, ding, ding.
yeah.
Lucas Hurl, the Bachelor season finale, where once again, not only was a young lady's heart broken, but my heart was broken for 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
Because if you remember, I have called Hannah Ann since day one. The first day we did this whole thing, we talked about this shit show that is The Bachelor. We discussed who we were going to pick. We went through our draft, and I said I picked her. I even went on Lights Out on David Spade the next day and talked about how I picked her to win. Me and Diplo both picked her. So I was on record very early. And then, of course, like just like me and Barb, Peter's mom on the same page. We say, this is the woman for you. She is a better looking version of the woman that you seem to pine for, and she's in love with you. And she's not a tremendous. She's actually proving herself now to be a not crazy person, a well-spoken lady. And you fuck it up. And he fucked it up again.
You were this close.
I was this close to having it again, and I lost it.
She had the ring on her finger.
On the finger again. 2 years in a row, I had the
finger.
Yeah. They were engaged for 2 months.
Engaged for 2 months, and then didn't speak from one of them. Mm-hmm. I don't care if you didn't watch. I don't care if this is a spoiler alert. If you're finding out, and we're ruining The Bachelor
Breaking
for you.
news.
If you're a true Bachelor fan, but you haven't had a chance to watch your favorite show and you're catching it up and now we're ruining it for you, I don't give a fuck. Does that make sense to you? But I'm going to assume that most of you only either watch the show because of this thing or you don't care and you just listen to us talk about it and you follow it through that. So for those of you who are on the same page with us, this thing was a nightmare. Mm-hmm. This guy...
For you.
He fucked everything up.
I enjoyed it very much.
Peter,
me too,
bumbled this thing like the Three Stooges. He immediately crumbles when homegirl Madison leaves. Crumbles 2 days in Australia, walking around in his fucking sweatpants, can't get out of bed, like fucking Train Spotting, ready to jump into a toilet. And then all of a sudden, a guy shows up with a jewelry box, and he goes crazy. He's, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. The thing's back on, and then she shows up. Which I don't get that part where she wasn't going to show up. Why was she not going to show up? Did you understand that?
I don't understand that, and I think it was just something that was planted to freak him out.
To what? Freak him out?
Yeah.
Where he's standing by the pool?
Because it didn't. Yeah, no, not at the end. I'm talking about like when they were still in Australia before he asked her to marry him.
Right.
Peter, we just found out.
She might not be coming, and I'm like, well, why? Like, so again, look, I'm not saying they didn't rattle this guy at every opportunity.
Might not be coming.
I can't say they didn't rattle this guy at every opportunity. Trust me, this guy saw ghosts, just like Sam
They needed
Darnold.
to, though. The producers did a great job of making a bad Bachelor into a good season.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they cut his head open.
Overproducing it.
And then they sent him on wild adventures and gave him crazy girls to deal with. So.
And they made his mom the storyline.
And then his mom came in to rescue the end, which was, easily very set up, where it's like, hey, here's the fucking clear person you should be with.
This is who I love. I hate this person. She made me wait.
I mean, first of all, if you made me wait 3 hours, I'd be pretty fucking pissed too.
You made me wait, you little witch.
Now you could tell she didn't handle the time change well. She didn't handle it well.
It's like 31 hours of waiting.
That a pilot's mom would know a little something about how to handle a time change, Did you not plan it correctly? You didn't sleep. You didn't take a Xanax on the plane. When you get on the ground, you hit the ground running, right? You feel like I go to the gym, and then I nap for as long as my body needs to, and then I start. I start my day. Boom. There I am. But this lady obviously didn't do that. The husband's useless. I have a feeling about the husband. Is the husband Sully Sullenberger? He's got the
kind of looks like him.
Looks a lot like him, but also looks like he wants to be the next Bachelor too. I think he's got some dirty fucking thoughts in his head.
I would blame him.
Meeting with his son. So give me details. What's going on, Bud?
With the ladies.
What's with all them calling him Bud too?
Bud.
That got creepy.
Bud.
And we find out he's a raver. He likes to party. You're a Christian girl.
I know, and
he likes to party.
Yeah, This is not a situation that's going. We're not going to see Peter and what's her name, Madison, in 15 years with a family and the
what lasts longer, Peter and Madison or coronavirus?
Coronavirus.
Probably coronavirus.
I agree with that.
It's the year of coronavirus.
But I think there's a spiteful factor that Madison might have against the mother-in-law, and they stay married forever.
Okay.
They're not going to get married, first of all. They're not. They're not engaged.
What guy wants to stop? I mean, what? I just go. What? I'm going to put myself in the simplest position here. Why would I want my fucking marriage or relationship, whatever they want, to start out like this? Where are you going from this on national TV to have my mother yelling at my future wife, girlfriend, whatever, and then her being too like kind to defend herself and then coming back. By the way, whoever the audience coordinator is, can you do the debates, the actual political debates? Because when they talk to each other, the audience, I don't know if they have electrodes in the seats, but they don't fucking say a word. And there are Maury Povich style moments where it's like, well, you said you were going to do that. Well, you're not the guy I thought you were, which is a normally like a ooh kind of thing, but silence. I was like, fuck, they got this audience trained well. So I'm just saying, you should take that job as well. But at the end, when they just let Barb go nuts and they let her just free for all, she kept her composure. Madison didn't go back at her, and then at the very end when she's like, well, I cut her off, I disagree with you, that's when I go, this is we're never recovering from this. Like, do you see, like, this is my mom's digging in right now. My dad's quietly trying to tell her to be quiet. Like, she polled my friends, okay? She's polling my friend. There are camps being set up here. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. This is you're either fucking Team Jacob or Team fucking whatever the Robert Pattinson.
Edward.
Thank you.
I had never watched him. I just know this.
Thank you, Aaron. Thank God. That's it, man. You're choosing camps in this situation.
Yeah.
So this is how you want to start a family? How is this possible? How is this humanly possible? This guy fucking fumbled his opportunity.
Yeah.
His mom said he makes bad decisions.
Oh my God. And he's a pilot. His mom said that. And what have I been saying since the fucking first week?
Don't fly on that plane.
This guy cannot make a decision. He stares at it like, I mean, I bet you, I guarantee you this guy probably was a talented athlete, right? Growing up. And they go, and he could probably throw a ball. And they probably go, let's make this guy a quarterback, right? And they tried to go, look how this guy's a fucking quarterback. And then they put him back there. And he went back and he's looking around. He can't, I don't know. And it, boom, smash, boom, smash. And his mom's like, Barb's like, no, can't have it anymore. Can't have it. Come over here. You're too handsome. And that was it. And he just sat on the bench, backup quarterback, put the jersey on, represent the team. That's it. Because he can't make a fucking decision. Can't do it. And whatever time he does make a decision, it's always the wrong one. Like, this is the guy that is in one of the most critical decision-making jobs in the world. And this is what he just spent his last 6 months doing. Like, he believes he took a stand. I think he thinks he took a stand for, like, I'll prove to everyone that I'm Joe Namath. We're going to win the Super Bowl. No, you're not. No, you're not, bro.
Do you think him and Madison get engaged?
Oh, they'll do whatever they have to do to prove people wrong until people stop caring, and then it'll dissipate as quickly as old people will die from the coronavirus.
Yes.
Well, you know, 50%
rapidly.
50% of fake TV marriages end in divorce.
I think my wife told me, and she doesn't know anything about this, but she probably is right because she knows dumb things like this, is that she said the only couple that's still together is Tristan and and they were the first one.
Yeah, first Bachelorette.
This is probably when it was the most real.
She said, she goes, there was a thing where you got a fucking wedding at the end.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
You were fighting to get, you wanted to get married. You knew that the guy was a fucking kind of a catch. He was going to be good looking, have a decent job.
He was a fireman.
But they were going to throw you at the wedding of your dreams. You're a fucking girl. You're a typist from Nebraska, and you were never going to have a wedding at the Bellagio fountains. How could you afford that?
Yeah.
Till ABC comes along, and it's changed over the years. Now it's just to be.
Here's a pretty nice ring,
or just do what I have to do to make an impression.
We'll send you to Cleveland,
to last
Ohio.
to the next thing. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do what I have to do to make an impression to last to get me to the next thing. Whether I'm the person he chooses or I'm the next Bachelor, whatever it is.
The incentives have greatly changed since the first season because now you have the aspect of the longer these girls stay on the show, the bigger their followings get on Instagram.
Dude.
Now they can bring in ad revenue.
They ruined the concept.
Figures.
The concept was find love, get married, go
that's
away.
Impossible.
Now it's find love.
They're all trying to be
Can't
stars.
find love. Well, let's try again. Like another disease. Let's bring back a different strain this time. And before you know it, we all fucked each other. And now I don't know who I've fucked and who I don't like anymore. You understand what I'm saying? I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? It'll happen next year. We're dumber than Pavlov's dogs. We'll do this shit again.
Oh, do we have to?
As soon as Super Bowl's done, someone's gonna, and we go, oh, Bachelor.
Fucking hated it. It was a
Bachelor.
hard season. Which, by the way, how cool was it that all 3 of our girls were in the room for the final episode?
What?
Kelly was in the studio. They introduced her. And there was a theory that came out last week. There was this deep fake theory that Kelly was actually going to be the surprise twist ending. And I held on to a little bit of hope because his entire family apparently follows her on Instagram and they don't follow anybody else. And they all liked her. There was that initial connection. And then it was like, well, she wasn't on the Women Tell All going, fuck Peter, he's an asshole. And then they bring her back and introduce her at the start of the episode.
Yeah, the mother is not happy. I would be surprised if Peter and his barb are talking right now.
Yeah.
What's the odds he's invited to Thanksgiving?
Well, what is it right now? Oh, well, we'll all be dead by then.
Yeah,
but
it's not gonna matter.
Assuming there is a Thanksgiving,
Can't
and
share food.
assuming that we're not Skyping it from wherever our quarantine sections are, I'll say
Going to Iceland.
Oh, they're a good family. They'll figure it out by that. I'll say this: a better bet. 100% that he's there at Thanksgiving. What's the odds that she's there with him at Thanksgiving? I would say less than 30%.
0%.
I'll give you 30 to 1 odds.
Yeah, she's too religious.
3 to 1 odds. Wait a minute.
she's
3 to 1.
too religious.
Too religious. She can't have this. At what point are they going to get over the fact that he fucked those 2 girls? So he's going to say, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that, right?
Yeah.
But do you know what else is going to go on? She's going to go back and listen to this other thing. She's going to listen to the whole episode, and she's going to hear what Hannah Ann said. And as much as she's going to go, well, no, she didn't get it. Part of that whole, you're not a man of your word.
Rings true.
Rings true with her.
You made a huge commitment.
You told me, well, even though we can consider it an ultimatum, whatever you want to consider it, I asked you to do something and you did it anyway. And so that might be who you really are.
He's a rich kid. He's putting his needs before everybody else.
Exactly. Did you see what he wore to the goddamn on the helicopter to the top of that mountain in Australia?
Yeah.
He wore like rich kid boat shoes.
Yeah. You don't hike in that.
My wife's like, put on a goddamn pair of Vans and be a man, please. Will you please? Put on some fucking sneakers. Not a rich kid boat shoe.
On a helicopter? A lot of helicopters this season. A lot of helicopters.
They
Not
have
a fan.
helicopters every season.
Yeah. Well, they have to have
That was
those
your first
beautiful
season
shots.
watching, right?
Yeah. They have to have beautiful shots, dude. They have tons of helicopters.
Of Cleveland. Beautiful shots of Cleveland.
Cleveland's not that bad. It's a nice city.
Look.
They're doing their best.
Cleveland's just sitting there going, God damn, let's just hope we get better off odds in Australia, because look what happened when they went there.
Yeah.
Cleveland's like, we lost LeBron. We can't have anything else happen to us, okay, right now. Just, please. The coronavirus is bad enough. They're going to have... No, it's Milwaukee. I was like, oh.
The lake hasn't caught fire in at least a decade.
Exactly.
Wait, that lake catches fire?
It has in the past, yeah.
The water?
Uh-huh.
What's in it that catches fire?
I don't remember.
Boat
the
fuel?
story exactly.
Just pollution.
Boat fuel? What catches fire on
it's
a
a
lake?
pollution thing.
Oh, my God. And we're worried about coronavirus. Lakes are catching fire. Bodies of water.
It's caught fire at least 13 times.
At least 13 times.
Most famous in 1969.
19, of course. Well, were the Beatles there? Why was it the most famous time? It's unbelievable. I had no idea that water could catch fire.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew like if an oil tanker blew up, then the water would catch fire on top of it and burn. The oil would burn off.
Basically the pollution on top is catching
I
fire.
assume that's what's happening in this fucking lake.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I'm blaming the Michigan side. I don't know why, but Flint and everything.
Yeah, probably. Or I blame Canada. Can we blame Canada?
Yeah.
Fuck, I saw a couple of Canadians last night. A couple of the LA Kings came by. I can't remember their names. I feel terrible. You know, this one guy who was they're both from Toronto.
Maybe I can figure it out. How many teeth were each missing?
One guy was super young. And
they're all super young.
They're all
Steve.
super young, and they talk to you for 5 minutes, but then they know what they're there for. There's like super hot chicks at the Comedy Store. They walk by and they're like, "Yeah, that one," and they're, you know, I'm like, "Oh, you're 24 years old,
and you're a millionaire."
Yeah, go. Don't. I'm asking him. I literally was talking to him last night. You two of them. I was like, "What do you guys feel about are you excited about playing games in front of no fans? The possibility of that?" And they were like, no. They're like, look, we're not LeBron. I'll play. As long as my check clears, I'll play. And then there's like fucking 4 smoke shows walk by. And they're like, we'll play whatever, you know, we'll just, you know, it's cool to just play. I've always played. I want some water. You want some water? And I'm like, yeah, go get some, go. Get out of here. I don't know why I'm fucking sports show calling.
Why are we talking to Grandpa over here when we get these chicks' numbers?
So
we got box seats.
Go give them coronavirus.
I watched. I've been watching since we're all going to be quarantined. I watched a ton of spring training games. I got the MLB app. So what?
Did you see Houston playing Atlanta?
Yes.
They came out on the field.
The music.
Yep.
Beautiful.
They played. I saw the sign.
Beautiful.
Great
Keep
job.
Trolling them.
Great job. It's the
forever.
Of course. This is the payback. This is the punishment. This is what happens. It's the embarrassment. It's the stain. It's the scarlet letter. Trust me. Okay? I get it. It's what comes with the territory. So, therefore, if you're going to do it well. I'm happy about that's a great, they have to sit there in their warm up to Ace at Base. I saw the sign.
That should be anytime they're on the road, every player that comes up to bat for Houston, that should play. I mean, literally every player that comes up.
It could be that. And that's fine. It should be. That's okay. I'm okay with all that. If that happens. That shit, Dusty Baker can get all upset and piss, get all pissy or whatever. But you know what? That's the punishment. And you signed up for the fucking job.
Yep.
The only movie on the team playing, Signs.
Signs, yeah. That's it. The only one is Signs, and that's that. And this is the life you've chosen. And what happens to the Red Sox? Who knows yet? Who knows? But Aaron was saying, he made a good point. The coronavirus is the best thing that's happened to the Astros.
Yeah.
Because it's just completely wiped them off. Unless they all get it and get really sick from it, it's the best thing that's happened to them. Because now baseball, all they're doing is scrambling to figure out how to deal with opening day in 2 weeks and what's going to happen. They're not looking at what's gone on or punishments or any of that shit. So it's a great time to cheat if you're out there. If you want to start corking those bats again. Remember the corked bats?
Yeah.
Remember they used to drill the middle of the bat?
Yeah, like a 90s
put
thing.
those super rubber balls in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought about doing that. My grandpa bought me a wooden bat for Little League, and I was like, this will be perfect. I'll drill the middle. Meanwhile, the bat itself weighed like 48 ounces. I couldn't even lift it off my shoulder. So I'm like, if I bored this thing out and didn't even put anything in it, I still couldn't fucking swing it off my shoulder.
Well, it would have been lighter.
I mean, it would have been lighter, but it was still like Babe Ruth's bat.
How old were you?
T-ball?
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to lift, Mickey Mantle's
you were
wooden
thinking
bat.
about cheating when you were that young?
Well, I thought about it. It was all during the time. Where
Jesus Christ.
The bats were splitting. The balls were flying. This is what I was taught, Brenton. I didn't come up during the internet where I can look at, whatever I wanted.
Yeah.
I was being taught, hey, you know what? Steal a base, Vince Coleman. But put some fucking put some Super Bowls in your bat, Sammy Sosa. Well, didn't he have Super Bowls in his bat when he was on the White Sox?
No,
Aaron,
it was on the Cubs. It was
the Cubs.
He was still on the Cubs
before the whole steroids thing, right?
No, it was after. It was after '98 when he got caught corking the bat. Yeah.
What?
That's balls right there.
No,
I wasn't in grade school when he was corking the bat.
You probably were, but yeah, his bat broke in half, and they found cork.
Yeah, they found cork in it, right?
Yeah.
I thought that was all pre the steroids.
No, that was like right after.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
I had no idea. And then the man changed his face.
That's why he had to go white.
Yep.
Yeah, but I didn't know. Oh my god, I didn't know he did that
I'm not guilty. It was that other guy.
I didn't know he did that after. I thought he did that before.
No, I always think of like Albert Bell and those guys corking bats.
Albert Bell to me seemed like a person who could hit a home run with one hand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't. If he did cork his bat,
he was caught
I'm
with
glad
it.
he did, because then we got 550-foot home runs instead of the 510-foot home runs we would have gotten.
Not only was Albert Bell caught corking a bat, he was caught sneaking a teammate into the umpire's office, which was locked through the tile ducts, and got caught for doing that.
For what? Why would he sneak the teammate in?
Because he wanted to get the corked bat. That,
Oh! I thought he was like
switching out evidence.
Oh my God!
Yeah, he got the hammer twice.
Yeah, well, he's gonna try to get a teammate. Some poor teammate's like, fuck, oh God, I wish he didn't pick me.
I think it was Jason Grimsley was the teammate, if you remember him.
Yeah, probably pitcher, right?
Yeah, he was a steroid guy. He was named.
Oh, then Grimsley's like, you know what? You came to the right fucking place here, pal.
Yeah.
First of all, hold my needle while I go up to that fucking.
And then Albert Bell took all his frustrations down on Fernando Vina.
Yep.
Wow.
Dude, Albert Bell. Do you think Vlad Guerrero did steroids?
No.
Me neither.
No.
His 2000. I was watching the Yankees Blue Jays yesterday. They were talking. It was Garrett Cole versus Vlad Jr. And they were talking about his dad. His dad's 2000 season, a 340 batting average, 42 home runs, and 120 something RBIs.
Yeah. He never walked too. He had like tomahawk pitches.
And that would win you the MVP this year.
Yeah.
To have that stand up, like most 20-year MVP stats don't stand up to that, to a 20-year.
Right.
If you took the guy that won it in 1980 and the guy that and Vlad Guerrero, you probably wouldn't even be close.
Yeah.
The average might be around the same, because batting average used to mean a lot more than it does now.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's all about on-base percentage. But I think that the home runs and RBIs are probably vastly different. 42. I bet you 1980 was what? 32 home runs? 35 won the...
For sure. That sounds about right.
So, but yeah, that number, Vlad Guerrero's numbers 20 years later certainly hold up.
And he stole bases.
Yeah, he was fast as fuck. And he had a cannon.
Yes.
A cannon, dude. A full-fledged Dave Winfield, Danny Tartable.
Yeah, could throw you out from the warning track.
I mean, just rifle.
Yeah.
Cannon. Hit the ball. Didn't he hit a double off of a ball that bounced? Just sick. Yeah. So, by the way, we were talking, Aaron. Vlad Guerrero Jr. is my pick for home runs for the next 10 years.
Oh, I took.
Who'd you take?
The polar bear.
Oh, you did.
Pete Alonso.
That was my second choice.
Yeah, because his swing is.
It is made for.
Yeah.
But my only thought is, he hit a ton, but I don't like Citi Field to hit home runs in.
Yeah.
But I don't think it seems to bother him, so that might be the place for him. But yeah, I think one of those two guys is probably a real good choice. I didn't know about hits though. Hits is tough. Who did we take for hits? I can't remember who we took.
I took Mookie Betts.
That'd be my pick too.
Because it's got to be someone with speed.
Yeah, I can't remember the drop down box, but Joan and I filled out our.
I haven't filled mine out yet.
But yeah, I think Vlad Guerrero Jr. is just going to hit a fucking ton of home runs in the next 10 years. I've been watching a ton of fucking spring training games, and they're a blast. I just hope they continue to go on. It sucks. Are you at all interested yet or no?
Not until it starts.
Yeah.
I'm all basketball and hockey.
Are you going to any more games, sporting events on the horizon?
I don't have anything
Plans-wise?
planned, but I'm always down to go. Probably go at some point.
Because I'm thinking about, are there going to be games next week? Hockey games. Am I going to be able to go to the Sabres game?
I hope so, for your sake. It's a fun environment. I mean, the team sucks, but the fans are great.
Will there even be comedy shows? Motherfucker.
There's going to be comedy shows. People that go to comedy shows don't give a fuck about what happens to them tomorrow.
Here's my deal. I'm going to Skankfest in 2 weeks.
Ooh.
You think those people wash their hands? They don't fucking
If Skankfest gets canceled, then
it's
I know
not gonna
we're
get
done,
canceled.
dude. If
They're all
that's my
going.
barometer for health. If Skankfest gets canceled, then I'm going to start bunkering down. I'm buying fucking guns, water. I'll fight that lady in Australia for some more toilet paper.
Get off the trolley, Steve.
That's a good one, dude. What else? Oh, Prince Harry. This is a story that I fucking ran. Did he get in trouble for getting trolled by Russian hackers and doing an impression of Greta Thunberg? Why this morning? I got home late last night. I got home late last night from the Comedy Store, and I ate a little bit. I had a little vino.
You're not supposed to do that.
I was watching
Not
Sports Center
supposed to
catching
do
up.
that, Steve.
And
We're
then
trying
I went
to
to
get back.
bed.
We're getting back to our pre-back weight.
2:30 in the morning. Went to bed. Woke up at 7 when the kids were waking up this morning. Kind of said hello to them, and then during like the Today Show, I thought I heard this story, and I didn't know if I was falling asleep or I heard this story. But here's what it's like a game of telephone. Here's the story that I heard in my mind, and you tell me what is factually correct about it. Prince Harry got a phone call from Russian hackers. They pretended that they were Donald Trump, and he did an impression of Greta Thunberg, and that phone call got taken and now put on the internet. Now, I know a lot of that doesn't make sense because, like, why would he do an like? Would he get called by a fucking radio show or something like that? Hey, what's up, Prince Harry? It's 1027.
Harry, it's Donald.
I got Donald Trump on the phone for you. Harry, it's Donald. Hey, you breaking up? Congratulations. And then what did he get? So what is the truth? Then?
Yeah,
please tell me.
So 2 Russian comedians called. I don't know how.
Wait
they
a
got,
minute. Time out.
Yeah.
Let's put a.
I'm calling them comedians. They. I mean, what they just did gives them comedian status.
Okay, but in the article you're reading, it says Russian comedians. You're not adding comedians.
No, I'm adding comedians.
You're adding comedians. Lucas, you cannot add. That is our occupation.
It's easier than pronouncing their name of Alexei Stoliarinov.
Okay, I don't give a fuck about their names, but they're not comedians. What do they do?
They called Prince Harry and impersonated Greta Thunberg and her father in 2 phone calls. And Prince Harry is said to have criticized Donald Trump over climate change and described his decision to end official royal duties as not easy.
Oh my God. So they called him pretending to be Greta Thunberg and he just talked shit about Donald Trump. All right. See, now I kind of like, I would have liked to have seen Prince Harry. I thought the phone call involved him doing an impression of either Greta Thunberg or Donald Trump. And that made it very interesting for me to listen to.
Right.
I don't know if it's as interesting to listen to now.
No, I mean, you read the details. He pretty much just criticized U.S. climate change. So.
Oh, so he just spoke his mind.
Yeah.
And then that thing got called. Yeah, so big shit. Fuck.
Yeah.
I thought it was like something where he was like...
That was almost a story,
embarrassed.
Steve.
God damn it. See, it was just a fucking dream.
Now,
it was a meatball dream.
The pair have previously duped figures including singer Elton John, Bernie Sanders, and Joaquin Phoenix.
What are they, Borat?
How do they get their numbers?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah. Well, they're Russian hackers, dude. You think,
No, they're Russian comedians.
Okay,
Steve.
/ hackers. You think every Russian comedian has a website that they're in charge of hacking. They don't even have their own websites with their tour dates. They have a website that they're in charge of hacking. They put their tour dates on that website, and that's how people find out where they are.
By the way, the end of this BBC article does call them comedians and said they spoke to the Duke for about an hour.
An hour?
Wow.
See, now, fuck this guy. This shows his brain capacity.
He's not good enough to be in the royal family, if you ask me.
Do we have any of it? I got to hear how good this impression is. Is any of this called? Because I mean, like,
what's the name of their podcast?
I want to hear how good this impression was. That will tell me how dumb Prince Harry is. Which, by the way, every time he comes on TV, my son goes, "Is that you?" And I go, "I'm here with you, right?" "No, that's not me." "Do you think is that mommy?" And they go, "No." I go, "Well, then how? Forget it." So I'm a little sick of Prince Harry, but
it's a good thing your kids are athletic, Steve.
I hope he's not as dumb as I want to hear how good this impression is. Because if it's like the way we do impressions,
right,
and he still got fooled, well then, because look.
And imagine doing it with a Russian accent.
I'm sure she's very lovely, but I don't know how, she's not a brain fucking thrust, Meghan Markle.
No.
So, neither is he. These are just people that are blessed to come from the right ball sack.
Oh.
Put that thing in.
Let's see if this works.
Oh my God.
Hopefully this is the right.
Oxit. Oh boy.
Change from happening, whether it's because of their own bias or the fact that it's going to change the way that they are able to behave themselves, or just because, as I said earlier, because they may be sick.
You know, we are tired of everything that is happening, especially around Europe, political crisis. And, you know, in your country, I've heard about it. We should be in the Union, but we are one European family, I think.
No, completely. I think for many, many years we've been at not at a tipping point, but every year we get closer. And once we get over that tipping point,
so he's playing the dad. So this is Prince Harry, I think.
It all changes.
This is Prince Harry talking to Greta Thunberg's dad.
Supposedly.
Okay.
The world are driving.
When do we get to Greta
completely the wrong
Thunberg?
agenda. And I think the most important thing to do is, you know, I don't mind saying this to you guys. I think we've visited those places, and I'm sure
so
you
he's
have
still
as well.
talking.
Huge change.
Prince Harry won't shut up.
Earlier, stealing from your future and wiping out yours for 10 years, things will change. But we can't wait 5 or 10 years. So I think, all right, from happening, whether it's because of their own bias, whether it's because it's not an easy time.
He obviously talks the whole time.
And unfortunately, the world is being led by some very sick people.
I mean, it's easy to dupe him if you just let him
That's
fucking
the
roll.
thing. It's like we weaponize children.
Whether it's because
You can't say no to a child, so she goes, what do you like to do? And then he just, I'd like to do everything. You know, there's nothing I really don't like to do. I like to fucking, you know, I like to play golf, and I like to, you know, I like to hang out with my friends, and sometimes we smoke joints, and I like drugs, and I like to really get involved in some dark shit. And sometimes, you know, one time I got, you know, and then you just fucking bury yourself. Just ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Yammer on. Verbal diarrhea.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he got busted with. Verbal diarrhea. People love to hear themselves talk. I don't feel bad for him.
You say that as we podcast.
How the fuck do we...
How happy is the royal family they disowned him?
They're probably psyched after this thing came out. We cut off the fucking weak link. This dum-dum was one breath away from being the king. This moron who got a you know, even I know when in the Instagram DMs, when the picture comes up and the where you're from is in Russian letters, even I know not to fucking go with that. I know you don't really care about how my day was. But this guy's getting trolled and fucking catfished. Jesus, man. This is unbelievable. This guy, I can't believe this. How do they get the number? How do we not
get the number?
Why do you not have anyone's number, Brenton?
I have a couple
Why can't we
numbers.
call the queen and find out, troll the queen? She's fucking old, dude.
Who do you want
Let's
to
call
call
the queen and tell her that the coronavirus is outside and we want to talk to her.
I have a coat of arms, so I am a few degrees away.
Can we call the queen?
Yeah, we can call the
and
queen.
say, we're the coronavirus, we're outside. We'd like to speak to you, please. Hello. It's the coronavirus. We are outside.
Why are you giving a Mexican accent?
Because we have the coronavirus.
That's not cool.
I am not Mexican. I am
a
from
Mexican accent.
everywhere.
You're just building
I do
the case to build
everyone's
the wall.
accent all the time.
No.
Coronavirus outside. I want to speak to you, Elizabeth.
Muy mal. Steve.
Come on outside,
Muy
Elizabeth.
mal. No bueno.
It's muy bueno.
It
It's good.
It came from China, first of all.
Yeah, I know Chinese. See, I slip it in. I know everything. Yeah.
This is tricky.
Hello, Elizabeth. Come on out.
We're officially canceled.
See? No, we're
the virus
not.
doesn't
We're
kill us.
officially picked up, dude.
Cologuard, colon cancer screening for people.
They're a sponsor.
You just nailed a sponsorship. Thank you, Cologuard.
Colon guard.
Cologuard.
If you think you got colon cancer,
Shit
get
in
a
the
colon
box,
guard.
send it to All Things
Shit in the
Comedy.
box. No,
Label
no.
it Aaron or Brenton Biddlecombe. Care of All Things Comedy. We'll give out the address after. It's on the Patreon. And you shit in your box. It doesn't have to be. You don't even have to have. It's not an official box. You just pick any box.
Any box at all.
Any single box.
Is that on Patreon?
And we want you. Yeah, it'll be on Patreon.
Okay.
Yeah, you shit in the box, and what we'll do is we'll have an episode where we just open up everyone's boxes and see what's
What's in the box?
We'll compare everyone's shit, and then we'll see, based on just the shit, who we think the healthiest human of our Patreon fans out there is. And that's just as good as going to the doctor. So thank you, Cologuard, for your sponsorship. They just gave us $50,000 for that read right there. And that's the kind
That's all you got?
What?
They only gave you 50?
No, they gave the podcast 50.
No, they gave you.
Don't try to fucking tell me you got more money.
I got more money.
And that's, look, I don't know. I know you guys are courting other podcasts. This is a big network, and you want the best out there.
Actually, this is
this is homegrown in here, guys.
#1 rated comedy podcast network in the world is All Things Comedy, and we are a part of that.
We are a part of that podcast network. We are a small part of that.
We're doing our part.
We're doing the best we can. We're not the biggest, but we're out there. We're getting sponsorship in the
Part
middle
the
of
team.
fucking shows.
Someone's got to bring the bat out to the heavy hitters.
And we're doing that. Nowhere else on this network are you going to get this kind of insight into as much bullshit as we give you. All right? Nowhere else. So just make sure you know that. And be grateful that we're here. And we will be here.
We should point out, quick sidebar.
Until we die.
To congratulate Lucas on winning the Bachelor pool.
Oh, thank you. I'm on a
Because he
hot
is the
streak.
winner. He is the winner.
You did win.
You did lose, Steve.
I did lose to you.
You were a loser.
A two-time loser, even though a
times.
two-time winning, picking. It's like I picked the fucking...
2 times. Wrong. Wrong
Yeah,
again.
no, I know. I know. I'm wrong. I got
Wrong,
it.
and then wrong a second.
Yeah, it's like... Yeah, no, I know. It's like I picked Kansas City... But then Shakira but then NFL said Shakira and J-Lo won the halftime show because the halftime show was so hot, so they gave them the trophy.
As they should have.
Even though the fucking Chiefs won the football game, the NFL said, you know what? This year's NFL championship goes to Shakira and J-Lo because
Wait,
that's what we want.
You both picked San Fran, didn't you?
No, I know, but I'm saying it's a comparison
You
here.
picked Kansas City.
Yeah.
Lucas has been right on literally everything.
I'm on a hot
He
streak.
should just run the podcast. We've been fucking
The
wrong
Oscars, the
on
Grammys. I'm putting
literally
my money
everything.
where my mouth is.
Everyone I bring on this show sucks my brain power away
Right?
from me. I used to be very, very smart. The ability to
That used to be the theme
make
song. I'm
educated
very smart.
guesses. I made educated guesses
And
quick on the spot. I made
No, this is gambling, Steve.
accurate
We're in that
fucking
lull.
observations. Boom! I think this is going to happen based on that quick logic. And then you come on, suck my brain power, win
That's
$1 million.
not true. I was wrong
Lucas
about a lot
comes
of
on, sucks my brain power.
He's been right on literally
making every
everything.
fucking right move, all the
Quietly.
decisions right, quietly making moves. Even though he chose a woman that looks like she puts her eyelashes on with fucking hot glue guns.
I'm into that.
Oh my God, you are white trash, Lucas Earl.
Goddamn right.
Madison's eyelashes look like the coronavirus bat. The original bat.
The guy grew up on a
slammed
pig
up on her
farm. What do you
fucking head.
expect?
Yeah, I think
And
they
then
look great.
It's fucking,
Yeah.
It's stupid wings are coming off her fucking eyelids.
Those are Jesus' eyelashes.
Those are not Maybelline. Maybe it's Maybelline, or maybe she put them on with fucking clown makeup, dude, or a spray paint gun.
She's like 23.
They're all like
so-
23. He
so
should have
good.
went with Kelly. I'm still bitter about that.
You wanted the hot lawyer.
Yeah, I wanted to win.
Yeah, I wanted to
She
win.
was the best.
Well, fuck you. You lost. Just like I did. Congratulations, Lucas.
Thank you.
That's what you wanted?
Yeah. But there's a chance for everybody to be right again. I have to ask this now because I think by this time next week we'll know the answer.
If Hannah Ann comes back and he leaves her and marries Hannah Ann, I'm going to slit everyone on this podcast's throat. Does that make sense? And then
Not really.
I mean, I could see Barb setting that
To
up.
commit murder?
Yeah.
I think Barb will keep texting and messaging Hannah Ann. I
Of
think
course she is.
They got a new daughter.
Well,
Barb
she can't-
is not done meddling now.
She
Trust
can't
me.
DM her because she's not following her on Twitter. She's following Kelly.
I'll tell you this: Barb is not done meddling. She's going to be involved in this. But I love how what I truly love is how quickly they turn the page. How they were like, "This is a total shit show." Chris Harrison's like, "But I'm going to be here for you because I'm your friend." Anyway, we're done with them. Check out the new one coming out.
Yeah.
I just turned it off then. I didn't even know who that woman was. Why didn't they pick a girl that was just on? Like, how could they not pick fucking Hannah Ann?
Yeah. Tears and everything.
How could they not? She really, she spoke really well about her feelings, about her intentions. I thought she was like, I thought she did really great. I thought she was eloquent.
Here's why. One, she probably wasn't interested. And two, and I didn't spoil this, I knew she wasn't going to win. I knew that it wasn't going to last. There have been
Wait,
photos that have leaked. I spent a lot of time on social media for my jobs. Photos had leaked. She's been hanging out with a few NFL players getting comfy before this finale.
Oh,
anybody on the Bills?
I didn't want to tell you because I didn't want you to get upset, but that's why I thought Kelly had a chance, and then Madison, obviously, when she left, I thought, oh shit, this could be that. This is, yeah.
So NFL players
Jared
watch
Goff.
The Bachelor?
Not Jared Goff, but I don't know who she's been
Dak Prescott?
linked to. She's been linked to somebody, some athlete.
It's got to be some Southern guy.
There
Where
were
is she from?
photos
the South?
where they were at like a bar.
Hannah
and
Ann's
he
from
was
where?
just
The
like-
South, right? Alabama, right?
Ooh, okay.
Who's the Alabama? Frock. Who's the Georgia quarterback?
Oh, Josh Dobbs. Yeah, it was Josh Dobbs.
Josh Dobbs.
Yeah.
Look him up, find out who he is.
Josh Dobbs.
Looks like Ryan Shazier. He's a quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh,
Fourth
my.
round pick, went to Tennessee.
He's their backup behind Minshew.
Yeah, I bet he's like third. He has to be their third stringer.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Josh
That's what they wanted.
Dobbs.
That's if he could make a decision, what Peter would have been, the fourth string quarterback, had he been able to fucking not Ryan Leaf it.
Yeah.
He Ryan Leaf this fucking thing.
But I knew you were going to lose weeks ago. That leaked.
Oh, you're cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Did you find that doing fantasy research or Bachelor research?
No, you know what sucks is my algorithms get all screwed up because I'm posting on different accounts. So when I post Bachelor stuff on like our account, then my feed is just, here's what you might enjoy. And it's just a bunch of Bachelor shit.
I know. They think we're just like ladies now.
Yeah.
My Hulu, which by the way, Hulu was crashing this morning. I was screaming at the TV. I go, fuck this. I go, the fucking Bachelor. I got to get this thing up. Come on. I'm screaming at Cassie.
That was your Wi-Fi, not Cassie. Hulu does a great job.
I go,
It's
this
your
is
Wi-Fi.
Cassie's fault.
No. You call Time Warner.
No, I don't have time.
Who do you
Time
have?
Warner.
Who do you have?
First of all, that's a very personal question.
Okay, well, you call your Wi-Fi company. It's your Wi-Fi. It's not your streaming service.
Elon Musk provides my Wi-Fi.
Well, he's not doing a great job. He's spending too much time on his flamethrower and not enough time on your fucking server.
I drove to Phoenix this weekend because I was afraid of going. I just didn't want to go to the airport. But I went driving back and forth. Gas stations. We stopped at a gas station, pumped the gas. I've never seen this. 2:30 in the morning. As soon as we're done pumping, the guy comes out and cleans the fucking the
nozzle.
The nozzle. 2:30 in the morning.
How shady is that?
Crazy, dude.
That's not shady. It's just
I couldn't believe it though.
Hypersensitive.
Could not
to what's
fucking
going on.
believe it. Because I was like,
People
I
aren't
didn't even
taking
think about it
chances.
when I picked up the fucking
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
I took
Yeah.
Tracy's car. I didn't take
it. And there's
I haven't filled up gas
Chips.
in a
Just
long
eating
time.
chips.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
So now I had to go do gas. I took Tracy's car, and so
scratched his balls.
yeah, I jerked off in the thing. That's
Yeah.
what you're supposed to do, right? I take the spigot out and then I stick my cup. And I think that's why it came out. Anyway, thank you to everyone who came out to the Phoenix stand-up live comedy shows this weekend. They were fun. They were super fun. I played golf 3 days in a row. My back is feeling good.
Better than Tigers.
Better than Tigers. Let's hope this is not. Oh boy,
He's gotta play the Masters.
He's
Has
got.
to.
Well, that's what this is all for. He's not playing this weekend, even though this is like killing him. Not playing last weekend for the Arnold Palmer, and then certainly not playing for the Players, which is considered the fifth major. This week is probably killing him. So yeah, this is all an attempt to get healthy. Hopefully it's to get elite healthy, but maybe just to be healthy, to be able to play and not embarrass and maybe make the cut at the Masters, which is what my thought is. Because, this guy would not miss these tournaments if he didn't have to. So I got a good fucking lineup this weekend. I'll give it to you if you want. As a free, this is like my Vegas Dave.
This is
This is me giving to you.
what a tragedy it would be if you gave it away and however many
and I
people
have to
took
split
it, and you have to split the $1 million.
That'll happen. You know what? I don't care. I'll give it to you.
You'd still be happy.
I'll
with
give
it.
you my entry. Ready for this?
I'm not playing this week.
I got Rory. Okay? I mean, he's played unbelievably.
He's
except for
finished in
one
the
hole.
top 5 every tournament, right?
He's the number one player in the world for a reason. He's on a hot streak. Because if he putts well and doesn't have a mental breakdown, he's going to probably win. I got Hideki. I got Bryson. I got Brandt Snedeker, who's played well there before. I got Kevin Na. Come on, hang in there, Kevin Na. it's a hit or miss with Kevin Na, but I got a feeling if he keeps the shit together, he likes the warm weather. And I got Troy Merritt, who's traditionally played decently at the Players' Championship. You never know, but I like that lineup. I had no money left over. It's a really, really good lineup. I got a lot of good quality, I believe, for the dollar on that.
So this contest on DraftKings, million going to the first, it's also a live seat at, let's see. So you're going to earn a ticket to the big game in Tampa on February 7th, 2021 to compete for another $1 million top prize.
Oh, so I go to the Super Bowl to compete for another top prize?
Basically.
That's when I have to bring you.
Yes.
That's when I bring my ringer in.
Yeah.
We go to the Super Bowl.
We go to the Super Bowl in
and
Tampa.
we win.
Yes.
We win the money.
Yes.
But who cares, because none of us will be alive by then.
No. It's going to blow over.
Dude, I just hope
I just got over a cold. I'm fine.
I don't believe that you're over it.
No, I'm good. My voice is a little raspy still, but I'm good.
I just hope that the Yankee White Sox game in Iowa doesn't get canceled.
Well, if it does, we'll figure something else out.
Because that would suck. Because that's really, that's like once in a lifetime shit, probably.
Yeah, it's going to be like 8,000
until they do it
people.
the very next year.
So they just announced that the NCAA tournaments will be without fans.
No way.
Yes.
100%.
Looks like it.
Breaking news, guys.
That means upsets will happen.
Yeah. That now it's, look, I don't know if home court advantage really, the bigger teams, they get represented, they travel better, but you don't really, I think the NCAA tournaments where the home court advantage matters the least.
Yeah.
Because you're on so many,
but it's so much fun seeing them getting into it.
It really is. You're going to, that means no bands, no fucking, Vern Lundquist going nuts.
Yeah.
The kiss of the glass. Just going crazy. With the crowd, it's going to be different. But it's probably necessary. We're definitely going to be...
We're going to do brackets, right?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
100% brackets.
I haven't watched a single college basketball game. And
It's going to be great.
Can't wait to beat you both.
You know that...
I'm on a hot streak.
Yeah, St. John's is the #1 team in the country, right?
I thought it was San Diego State.
They were at one point.
Aztecs.
Yeah, they lost a little bit. Go Aztecs, yeah.
That's nice.
They were 34-0, and now what are they? They lost.
And Lucas, your confidence will be your downfall.
What are they playing? The WAC? What
All
is it?
streets
Mountain West.
and gambling.
Guys, let's do some plugs. Anyone going to be anywhere, or are we just all going to be bunkered in?
Real quick, can I ask a question?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, so Tom Brady at this time next year, I bet he has a team. Who do you think he'll be? Now, I have the odds right here.
Great way to end the podcast. Lucas Hurl with the win.
I have the odds right in front of me.
I know what the odds probably are. Go ahead.
Is going to San Francisco.
Okay, that's wrong. He will be playing for the Tennessee Titans next year.
I think that's the...
Can I tell you why he's going to San Francisco?
And tell us why you're wrong so we can laugh at you later.
It is a team centered around their defense and their running game. They just need a quarterback who can manage the ball game.
Jimmy G.
He doesn't need to throw the ball, which he can't anymore. He just needs to be able to take the snap, read the defense, hand the ball off, and tell the running back if he's going that way or that way. That's it. It is a perfect fit. They will pay the money that he wants, and he gets to live in San Francisco.
So you're saying San Francisco doesn't want to win the possibility of championships for the next 5 years. They're going to trade that to win it maybe in the next year or two.
They just want to win.
You're wrong.
Be worth it.
Anyway, he's going to Tennessee.
I think you're...
Mike Vrabel, the connection there, the defense, the running game, the offensive line, Taylor Lewan, the ability to control a team and go, hey, Taylor, chill the fuck out. My name's Tom Brady.
They both went to Michigan, right?
You block, yes. You block,
better
and you
weapons
listen, and we
a
move.
better chance to win in San Francisco in the next 2 years versus
So you're
Tennessee.
saying a team that went to the Super Bowl versus a team that almost got to the Super Bowl.
San Francisco has a far better chance, I think. They have a better team than Tennessee does.
Okay, great. I'm just saying I think that... Do they have a former player that used to be a co-captain with Tom Brady?
Doesn't matter.
Oh, I think it does.
And
Anyway,
caught touchdown passes from him.
Who do you think?
I think the Chargers.
Okay.
I'm going to guess that, he opened the production studio. Who knows?
He opens a production
I think the
studio
Chargers are
to sell
really
one
talented.
filter.
They
Yeah,
got
they
a
are.
great lineup on paper.
And now this year they probably won't have a holdout running back.
Right.
So you'll have a fresh start, whether it is that's the guy or not.
And they just signed Eckler to a 4 or 5 year deal.
Not a bad. I would say Tennessee first, then San Diego, and then a distant fucking third, maybe even 32nd.
Well, read all the teams.
Well, the
on
odds
list.
have so the Patriots
San Francisco's
are favored.
in there, I know, because they're just talk of it.
Yeah, San Fran's at plus 700. The Chargers are plus 600. The Titans are plus 500.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to win everybody some money.
You're not. Well, they're the long shot for a specific reason because it's wrong.
The longest shot, it looks like, is Miami at plus 3,300.
Yeah, because they know who does. Now that makes sense. Does he want to go down to Miami? What would be the reason he'd go to Miami?
For the money.
For whatever money they're going to throw at him, $40 million a year. To live in Miami and get beat up for a fucking year?
Yeah.
Why? Because your wife's happy living in Miami? She can live wherever she wants.
I'm
They
surprised.
can live wherever they want.
Yeah.
Just go to the team. Go live in Nashville for a year, buy some country western boots, and win a Super Bowl.
And don't pay
or
taxes.
at least be in
They're
contention
not going to
for
win
one.
a Super Bowl.
Be in contention for one.
That's not a run first. He doesn't fit that system.
Okay, you're going to be wrong.
You're going to have to change the whole system.
Fucking.
Therefore,
We'll
they
figure
would
out
not
what
be
you're
the
doing
same
when you're
team.
wrong.
We'll know by next week.
We will know. And God damn it, when you're wrong again, and I won't be here next week. I'll be in a plane, and you'll be wrong. Are you going to be somewhere this weekend performing stand-up?
I'm at the Ice House Saturday in Pasadena. I am at the Hollywood Improv Sunday, and the next Tuesday, we're doing weekly Bobby Lee bombing shows. He's doing new material
I'm gonna
with
help him out with
ATC.
those.
So, are you going to be at the show Tuesday?
No, not on Tuesday, but I'm going to be... Oh, this Tuesday, St. Patrick's Day, so maybe, if it rains, because I have a feeling our Little League game's going to get canceled.
Yeah.
Does anyone know where the thing is I plug into this?
That was it.
Lucas, you going to be anywhere doing stand-up?
I'll be at the Comedy Store Sunday night, and then next week in Calgary with Steve Simone.
Get that Chinese
Friday,
food.
Saturday.
It is the greatest Chinese food on the planet.
In Canada?
The Calgary one?
Where did I go with
Yuck
Steve?
Yucks?
Was it Edmonton you went to?
Maybe it was Edmonton, but...
Oh, completely different part of Canada.
It was... I went somewhere in Canada with Steve. I think it was
Same
Calgary.
province.
You know.
I think it was Calgary.
Yeah, or it could have been
and it
fucking
had
Toronto.
The best Chinese.
But who knows?
I mean, either way, he's going to take you to whatever the best food is there.
Yeah.
Yeah, trust me, you're not going to starve. You're with Steve Simone, for God's sakes. I'll be in the Comedy Store this Sunday in LA, in Hollywood, and then next weekend in Buffalo at the Helium Comedy Club, and the weekend after that, hopefully it's Skankfest. Fingers crossed. Shout out to the Legions of Skanks. If that thing gets canceled, that's when I said I'm bunkering down. Aaron, thank you very much for helping us out today, buddy.
Yep.
Appreciate it. Go Yankees. We got a good week ahead of us. Nobody get hurt, thank God. Everyone stay healthy. We'll see you next week. I won't be here, but these guys will be. I'll call in from the airplane, or I can Skype in because they have Wi-Fi.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll do the best I can to be on it. But
the fellow passengers will really appreciate that.
Dude, there's no one else on my plane. I'm flying a
private now?
Private JetBlue.
Doing well?
Private JetBlue, yeah. All right, guys, we'll be back next week. See you later. Come on.
Non-stop.
I told you what I'm doing. I just watched the last season.
But that's not as fun.
No. You don't understand, dude? It is. You don't understand, dude? It